Lawsuit filed this week says the Washington State Ferry system could have prevented a crash that killed 2 people last December. King 5's Julie Calhoun has a look at what the victims' families are fighting for.
Tonight, families of the 2 people killed are calling for accountability. The lawsuit filed in Snohomish County claims an impaired woman was driving erratically, swerving in and out of lanes, and even rear-ending somebody in this ferry lane, and claims if she would have been stopped, 2 lives could have been saved.
The systems failed our citizens.
2 families ripped of their loved ones in a deadly crash.
It's just not right. It's just not right.
Sharon and Kenneth Weikle killed in a crash on Whidbey Island December 18th, just days before Christmas, a time that meant the world to them and their families.
I dropped down to my knees and just started crying.
I really miss her so much. Every single day. It's not a day I don't think about her. It should never have happened.
Sharon died on scene, but it was weeks before Kenneth passed at the hospital.
His entire body was shattered, and it was awful, and that's an image I can never get out of my head.
But what happened before the accident is why Washington State and Washington Department of Transportation were hit with a wrongful death lawsuit.
The schedule of that ferry was prioritized over the safety of the passengers and the public.
The lawsuit claims ferry employees let the driver of a Ford Explorer that was later involved in the deadly crash get on the ferry despite appearing impaired and rear-ending a car in the ferry lane. Passengers reported this to ferry crews, who called to see if a trooper could meet the vessel, but the documents say none were available. The lawsuit claims crews made no attempt to contact local police and told passengers to call 911.
They did everything they could to get her out of their hair, wash their hands of the problem. And that's why the state's the defendant here.
When the ferry arrived, the suit says she was found asleep at the wheel. It took multiple crews to wake her, and once she drove off, she almost hit a truck waiting to get on. Not much later, investigators say the driver hit Sharon and Ken head on.
At my end of the day, to answer your question, is accountability and to prevent this from happening to another family, because it should not happen to anyone.
We did reach out to the Department of Transportation. It says it does not comment on pending litigation. We're also expected to learn more on Monday from the Island County Prosecutor's Office about charges the driver could be facing. In Weikle, Julie Calhoun, King 5 News.